Welcome to the South Texas Amateur Tour Podcast, The Power Hour, with your hosts, Travis Salkowski, Dustin Hassan, Casey Graham, Jason Bird, and Michael Germanuelian.
Good evening, South Texas Amateur Golf Tour. What is going on? MD here. We are live from Mississippi, Beau Rivage Casino, playing Fallen Oak tomorrow. With me are the boys.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching. Happy Tuesday night, I guess, right?
It is Tuesday. It is 7/18. It is the 30th of January. The month has flown by, but as the boys are out and about scouting and traveling, we have decided to make sure we go live today. Make sure that we get to talk to you guys, talk a little bit about what is going on around the tour, around the world of golf for us right now. It's a lot of good stuff going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Being on the air weekly is so important, and we love hanging out. We love talking golf. I'm not certain exactly how functional of a travel set we have right now.
It's not ideal.
I mean, we're definitely going to make it work. So
yeah.
If there's some technical challenges as we go through tonight, props for MD for setting up mobile.
Trying to set up mobile.
It's great. We are in Mississippi, as MD said earlier. This year's tour travels trip is to French Lick, Indiana. And there's about a dozen guests for tour travels this year that are driving across. And Beau Rivage in Biloxi, Mississippi is the first destination with Fallen Oak Golf Club. In the top 100 on the Golf Digest list.
Number one golf course in the state.
Yeah, just fabulous property. Can't wait to be there tomorrow. Closed on Tuesdays, in case anybody was wondering and wanted to practice today.
That was a fun. If you don't remember, we traveled here last year. Clubs were lost. We were basically at the airport. You took 30,000 steps.
I took 30,000 steps at the airport,
waiting for our shit to show up. It was an entire. It was just a friggin' nightmare. Today was beautiful. We got
perfect flight,
easy to get into the airport. Flight was super easy. Got our clubs. The only thing that kind of didn't go our way was we called the Beau Rivage thinking, hey, can we just go out and practice today? Can we go out and just go hit balls, do whatever? And the feedback we got was, hey, hi, David. Hi, Casey. Hi, Scott.
David Falconer, everybody. Woo! Casey Graham running the comments
from next door. But we went to go do a practice round at Fallen Oak, and come to find out, they're not open. So quick search, we found a golf course called the Oaks, which is about 30 minutes away from Biloxi, here at the Beau Rivage.
A nice little public facility, $50.
For $50, which included the range balls. Golf carts were nice. It was cart path only because they had gotten some rain. the greens rolled pretty decent.
They got the same storm
Yeah.
that we got a couple days after we got it, so it's still really wet
But
here.
yeah, very, very wet. But golly, I mean, we've played a couple of courses in the area, and this was by far, I mean, just random pick, the toughest out of the 4 courses we played here.
Yeah,
not
was the
counting
fourth-
Fallen Oak.
That's the fourth
The
course
fourth
we
course.
played in
I
the
would-
Biloxi area.
I mean, I think Fallen Oak is going to be hardest no matter what. It's just meant to be. But this by far was a very tough golf course and tough pins. Like,
certainly a 10 on value.
yeah, oh my god,
A facility was great. Customer service was really
That
good.
is-
Range facility was stocked. Good
Yeah, the
turf.
food was good.
Food was
the
good.
sandwich was great. I think.
Greens were good. Pace of play was good.
And I think we both kind of agreed, like, get on the road early on Saturday when we start driving for the French Lake trip.
Yes.
I mean, if we
It's a
can
good
get
stop.
to the range, if we can get to the golf course, I think we teed off at 2:00 and we still got in 18 holes.
Yeah, I mean for car path only, it was
For car path
415.
only.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it was great.
So
Really good for $52 during the week. Just a really good solid
Yeah,
value. The Oaks just outside of Biloxi.
nice little trip.
I would put it on par course condition wise with the other two. Grand Bear and Shell Landing.
I mean-
Of course, Fallen Oak is Fallen Oak, and it's going to be pure.
And it plays long. I mean, playing from 7,000 yards at sea level, I mean, and soaking wet. The course played long, and the wind too. So the course played long. But I mean, holy hell, that was a lot of fun. And the other thing too was, it's like we literally were at the airport. We met at 8:30 at the airport. We go through, we travel, then we drive. I don't think we necessarily planned on playing 18 holes today, so it was kind of one of those. We got there 20 minutes before we were supposed to tee off. We made a tee time while we were waiting at the airport to get our car, and we're like, "Oh, fuck it, let's just go play." And I mean, we got out there, hit 10 range balls, maybe 5 putts, and said, "Let's go." Opened up with a birdie, put it out to 2 feet, not even on the first hole. So that was a nice start, and then it all went downhill pretty quick.
Had to throw that little bit.
I guess
I hit it. I hit
the
it
only
awesome.
good shot. I got off the tee.
The people must know about your good ones.
I mean,
Listen, and he's being. I want you to know that he's being humble with the 2-foot number. It was like,
A cell phone length.
I mean, it really was 2 cell phones.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a great shot.
Not good though. We
Not-
don't get birdies.
not good, but I did make it. And
MDs, everybody in first flight this Sunday at Northern Hills. First notice to players is out. Tee times are on the website. Division schedules and the chart there, the same chart that everybody used to register online, takes you right back to flights and pairings now, and then that'll take you right back to results and points. So that web page is the landing page for that event. And everybody in first flight, beware. MD is driving the ball
that's
so good right now. It is like clockwork, and it is dumb to watch. It's perfect.
I'm putting on a commercial for the AI Smoke.
I mean, it's good.
that driver's
I mean, it is so good.
Like,
Uh,
for me to have outdriven you guys on a couple of shots today, or at least just keep up with you, is enough to sell me on that. Because like I was usually like 10 to 12 yards behind you guys, but I'm keeping up. Now I'm staying.
You got both me and Casey
Several
several times. Yeah,
I mean,
more than a few.
I think I feel more confident swinging the Smoke driver than the Paradigm. Like, it feels easier to hit.
And I mean, listen, there were a couple times I am also playing the Smoke right now. Amazing. The big difference for me on the Smoke is the left to right spin. I feel like the Smoke moving on mishits is so much less.
I'm not turning the ball over as much with it. I think
it's straight.
it's a lot straighter, I feel like.
I'm also hitting the new Smoke, and there were some times today. I mean, I hit it good. I didn't score well worth of shit today, but I hit it good. And there were some times where I walked to the left ball, and it was MD's ball. That happened twice, and where I thought for sure. I mean, I freaking smoked it. No pun
And
intended.
there were a couple of times where I was like, "Yeah, it's you up there, Trev. You had to have outdriven me." And it's like, "Oh, cool, that was me." Like, let's
Yeah.
all just
It's good.
enjoy
It's
that.
good. Callaway AI Smoke Demo Day in conjunction with the ACGT Division Spring Event 4 at San Pedro, the match play. Callaway Demo Day, Saturday morning, starting around 10 o'clock. That'll be in a newsletter coming up shortly. We'll have Callaway sales rep and master fitter Ian Parnaby on the show in a couple weeks. Whether that's next week or the week after.
Be the week after.
The 13th. So that means next week is the match play draw.
Next week is match play draw.
Woo! Woo! That is always one of the more fun shows of the year.
Already sold out.
Which is
Yes.
and with a wait list of 14.
A big wait list,
Of
but
four.
email for the wait list if you want to. You never know. After the match play draw comes out in that drop ad, the waiting list would get broken down by flight. So,
Things come up and people have
Yep.
to draw. And
Yep.
you never know.
Always email for the wait list. There are 3 sold out events yet to be played currently. February 4th, this Sunday, Northern Hills. First notice to players is out.
Is out
With
with a stacked champ
strongest.
first flight.
I
was really strong.
I wish Jason was on the show right now to verify this, but I believe top to bottom, this is the strongest field of a stroke play event ever in tour history. Second flight broke at less than 10.
Yeah,
Wow.
like
9.8 broke second to third.
when I saw I was
Wow.
when I saw
So
I
the
was
middle number of the field of 124 is 9.8.
I didn't even know that.
I think first, I think low.
That's crazy.
I think low, or I think the low end, lowest handicap in first flight, I think is Ben at 5.2,
Yeah,
and I'm
five.
5.5
Yeah,
or
5
something.
to 7.
Like it's
yeah.
stupid.
Mm.
I mean, Northern Hills is the hardest golf course on the trail.
Statistically,
Statistically.
in relation to par, not slope, but
Not
to,
slope,
to
but
par
to
data.
par in our data, but that is going to be super fun to watch.
So that's sold out at Northern, sold out at San Pedro on the 17th and 18th, and then Spring Event 2 got moved
To March 3rd.
to March 3rd, Willow Springs 666 Best Ball Scramble Alt Shot. Email for all of those waiting lists. You never know. And then we have 3 events open for registration on the ACGT division, Spring Event 5 and Spring Event 6.
Yep.
I mean, crazy. We're talking about Spring Event 6.
Talking March and April.
It's
That's
January 30th, and we're talking about March events.
Yeah.
And we've got a bunch of teams already signed up for the newly opened division,
Yes.
the Greater San Antonio division, 666 at Kissing Tree.
So 3 events open in March. March 10th, stroke play at Mission Del Lago. Then the Greater Hill Country Division event at Kissing Tree. First time the tour is expanding in the region. New division launched. 6 events with the playoff series. Check that out on the division schedule page of stxamtour.golf. All the information there about the ACGT division schedule, and then right beneath it, the Greater Hill Country division schedule.
Yep.
And then back to the ACGT division. Say that 5 times fast.
Good Lord.
Best Ball at Brackenridge Park
Which is gonna
open
be a
for
lot of
registration. Double points.
Wow.
All
Yeah.
March events open for registration.
I mean, and they're filling up.
The team events, especially.
Team events always fill up fast. Kissing
Even-
Tree 666 for the Hill Country division. We have at least 10 to 12 signups. That's just on
It was
the
12 as of
I think
yesterday
we're
on the
12,
count.
and that's not including I think the on the to pay list kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it was both.
It was
I think it was a combo
I
both,
mean,
but
so
that's a third of
almost
the field.
Yeah,
That's a third of the field in
right there.
the first week.
yeah. I mean, it's again, it's as busy as it's going to get. It's as fun as it's going to get right now. It's super cool.
Jason Bird driving home right now, maybe gonna make it in time to jump on with us.
I mean,
not
it is,
sure.
It is 7:30, and we have an 8:00 reservation for dinner. He ain't making it. But I mean, again, and our commitment is so strong for the tour that we go travel to make sure that these golf courses and that these places that we potentially want to bring you guys to are meeting expectations. We are willing to take our time off from work to travel.
Yeah, not only
No one else does.
do they meet the expectations, but they are logistically viable for what we do. I mean, Tour Travels is basically a week-long tour
I
event.
mean, it's a
Live
very
scoring, cart
complex.
signs, scorecards. When we go to
Goodie
Kohler,
bags,
they put up the
giveaways.
banners
Yeah.
and the signage. And I mean, it feels like a tournament.
I mean, it is a
And
Like
in
a
a
private
way, so-
event.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a week-long private event. I mean, and this trip is so cool because, you know, whenever we go, you know, you always have the option to play some extra rounds. You know, like when we go to Kohler, we usually go a couple days early and we get in our own rounds. But now this year driving, I think, what did we say, 11 rounds, in
Yeah.
like 7 days or something like that.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
8
Yep.
days.
And I like
I mean-
I like the road trip mentality. It certainly breaks up the 20-hour drive.
Yeah.
You know, I
Well,
like that. I love that adventure. The Patrick DeCosimo made this comment a couple podcasts ago that every tournament is a memory for somebody.
Yeah.
And some of my favorite Tour Travels memories are the drive on the way up.
Yeah, I mean, last year driving with Casey was great. You know, I love the time in the travel vans as we're kind of going back and forth between places. French Lick's gonna be really cool. A little less driving for us around the area, but the drive there is going to be a lot of fun. You've got 12 tour members that are going to be driving together in their vehicles, playing golf along the drive, which is really cool. And getting to have those kinds of experiences together and just sitting in the car and just having fun.
Speaking of Tour Travels 2024, French Lick, Indiana, be on the lookout, everybody. That is looking like it's going to hit public sales for 1 or 2 slots.
Yep.
And that's going to be in a newsletter very, very early in the month of February. That is May 29th. I'm sorry, May 20.
I think it's 28th.
28th through the 31st.
Yep.
Very end of May. French Lick, Indiana. 2 golf courses there, 7 rounds. Casino.
Great spa. Resort.
Transportation to and from the airport. Tour Travels, full service,
Yep.
basically travel concierge.
And
Amazing experience where you just got to go have the best time.
the other piece of it is too, and I don't think we talk about it enough, is and because it rarely makes it out to the public.
Last year was one spot.
Last year was one spot. The great thing is though, and this is where it's. I mean, if you haven't heard of French Lick, go check it out. Go look it up. It's freaking fantastic. But keep in mind, we do this every year, and the people who get the invites first are
This
the
is a big
people who
point.
previously went on these trips. So if you want to if you really want to secure a spot for long term, I mean, all you have to do is do the one trip, and you are always going to get the list. Always get the first email, a couple months after the initial trip, and be like, "Hey, new trip's coming up. You're going."
The goal is to always announce the trip at the trip.
Yep.
For the following year, right? So you can really get excited, amped up, wrap up this year's trip with next year's expectations.
Yep.
And
2025 and 2026 are going to be
they're both going to be pure.
freaking sick.
And then 2027, early forecast for 2027 is going to be
Wow.
pretty pine trees in North Carolina. So I think that could be really cool. I love sand and valleys.
I love sand and valleys of sand.
And
I love. Have you ever seen a mammoth?
I love
at the museums.
yes, a mammoth tusk sell for 50 in Skyrim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever? I mean,
But yes, you're exactly right. Tour Travels is the bougie full service golf travel concierge, and it's so tight knit, and it's so it's so inclusive that list needs to stay
Yeah.
running.
and
right?
it becomes.
Scotty says it right here perfectly. Bucket list experience.
Yeah, it's a bucket list trip. It's one of those like once in a lifetime trips that is actually made relatively affordable to do every year. I mean, these trips that we take. I mean, realistically, if you were to go out to just get it quoted yourself, I mean, some of these trips are like a $10,000 trip that we do for a third of the price, and that's just freaking amazing. And that's and you get to go play. Especially if you like to play golf and you want to play a bunch of golf. I mean, I think last year last year I think we played 12 rounds. We played 12 rounds in like 11 days or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like-
It was right on the pinnacle of too much for me. I
I
got injured a couple years ago.
You got
Because
injured
it
the
was
last
so
day.
much.
You had the elbow issue, but I mean, it's one of those things. We get to play some of the coolest golf courses. We get to bring our friends with us to go see these places. I mean, we get to do some pretty cool shit.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah, it's super
like
fun.
that's on it. That should be on a t-shirt.
It's super fun. Yeah,
Like-
yeah. When you get back in,
Like South Texas Amateur Golf Tour, we played some cool shit.
yeah, we go to some nice places. We have a lot of good times.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have too good of a time for how nice of the places we're at.
I mean, we're a lower class people.
Keep that spotted cow away from me.
Like we really
Like I'll
only-
never forget them drawing the curtain across the dining room. You know, it's
Yeah.
like,
That's these
I mean,
kind of people.
yeah, okay.
They need a room to themselves.
But you know what? As long as the check clears, they let us do what we want.
Heck yeah.
So
Heck yeah. Rockstar treatment there. We're talking about Kohler, Destination Kohler in
the
Kohler,
range,
Wisconsin.
I still
It's
think
awesome.
the range session last year at the back of the range, they had a couple of the professionals out there with us doing some quick lessons with some of the guys who wanted to take advantage of it. I mean, that's a several $1,000s in value just for them to sit out there with us, which is freaking amazing.
There were 4 PGA professionals on the back of the range with our 20 guests for 2 hours.
Yeah.
On opening day. Our opening day reception at Tour Travels that year was the Bev cart on the back of the driving range.
Yep.
I love practicing on travel days.
Yeah.
It's difficult to play on travel days. I mean, we did it today. We're doing it tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we're doing it on the back end of French Lick
Yeah.
this year. But I really like to practice on travel days.
Yeah.
So I love rolling in to Kohler or French Lick or Fallen Oak and taking that first step on quality practice range turf grass that's just pure with a short game area where you can just put the headphones on and disappear to. I love doing that in Kohler. The past 2 years, after every dinner, I practiced short game till the sunset, and it was perfect.
Yeah. I mean, it's great. And tomorrow, what time is our tee time tomorrow?
9 o'clock.
We will be at the golf course by 7.
Yeah.
We'll get in.
Did you see Casey's face?
Casey's like,
Did you see
wait,
Casey's face?
I don't remember
Listen,
that.
I'm all about the get to the parking lot, hit 10 balls, and go.
I mean,
I
it
need
didn't.
solid hour and a half.
I
was disappointed that I couldn't fit the foam roller in my bag to come here for a
You
day.
should
You
have
would've
thrown it in
been
my bag.
overweight.
I would have had the extra
A
room.
one-day trip, you would have been overweight with one bag.
Listen, I packed the same volume for a 2-day trip or a 7-day trip. It's the same amount.
I'm so afraid to. I mean, I'm not afraid to travel, but just after the previous experience, I'm like, I'm never leaving my bag in an airplane again. If I fly to Louisiana, chances are I'm just carrying a bag full of clothes. If I could have carried my clubs on, I would have, just to be safe.
Scotty Williams, I'm going to have a brandy old fashioned tonight. Absolutely,
sound
with
good.
a bowl of French onion soup for sure.
Yeah, dinner tonight at the steakhouse here at the Beau Rivage. We are going to get some steaks, hit the blackjack table,
Maybe throw some dice, maybe.
throw some dice.
I don't know.
I'm one of those people who like already knows like, hey, the money's gone. Like I know I'm gonna lose it, so I will just go down to roulette and just put $100 on black and lose it and just say, okay, I'm done.
I'm going to bed.
I'm going to bed. Like it's
That's
just
what-
a shortcut
so we
to
were-
lose all my money.
We were here last fall for one night again. It was supposed to be 2, but it turned into just 1 because they lost their bags for 20 hours at the airport. But MD came down and put $200 or $300 or $400 on red, won, put it on black,
Let's try it again.
lost, and went to bed. It
Yep.
was done in 4 minutes.
Broke even. Fuck it. Let's go.
It was great.
I mean,
But we just wanted to touch base, say hello to everybody back home in Texas and watching across the country on our far-reaching Tour Power Hour podcast. It wouldn't be a Tuesday night if we weren't sitting here hanging out with y'all.
obviously, Cindy, for the sake of the story, we're lying about the dollar value. I bet $5 and then I went to bed because I wouldn't do that.
400 credits on a penny slot.
Yeah.
So $4.
Yeah.
100 on red. Jerry Mulder, what's up, buddy?
Gary Mulder.
Mr. Reuter, San Antonio, everybody.
Reuter.
That is the presenting sponsor from a couple years ago.
Yep.
Mr. Reuter and Jerry Mulder had a long run
Yeah.
as the tour's presenting sponsor there.
Yep.
Just before COVID, leading into that COVID shortened season.
Yep.
Jerry Mulder, thanks for watching, buddy. Mr. Reuter, San Antonio. If you need a plumber in the area, and if you need HVAC in the area, Shelby AC and Refrigeration. David Falconer, everybody. Don't let the 361 area code fool you. Servicing tour customers all across the greater San Antonio area. Friends and family referral bonuses. You could start a side hustle selling for David Falconer. There's the number. Whatever you need, HVAC, he is your guy. Thanks for watching tonight. MD, what you got?
Go break people's ACs and leave a business card. That's what I've been doing. I've been like, hey, your AC looks like shit. I was walking by. Here's a business card.
I'm glad you don't know where I live.
You should call David Falconer. I mean, this is I got to pay for my trip somehow.
Yes, 100% yes. 3 March events open for registration. Event this Sunday. Second notice to players coming out Friday night, maybe a touch before. We'll see how travel plans home go. Looking forward to Northern Hills.
It's going to be great.
Kissing Tree Open 666. First event on the Greater Hill Country Division. I know it's not in text anywhere yet, but big news last week was the South Texas Match Play Challenge team expanding for this year from 16 players to 20 players. So that new Greater Hill Country Division carrying 2 spots to the team.
Yep.
And then a sponsor selection, and then an undecided captain's pick there at the end.
Yep. And actually, you know what? While I'm thinking about Northern Hills, and while I'm thinking about that too, it is the last day. Tomorrow is the last day of the month.
Ooh,
Get
Ben
over
and Alex
to go see Ben and Alex for at the Club Repair Studio at San Pedro. Mention the new partnership that we have with them. That's 50% off your club repairs and club work. Go get regripped. Go get your new shafts installed. Whatever it is that you need, they will get you taken care of and knock 50% off the work.
They just built my smokes. I love them.
Built my irons.
They're
Great.
getting Kaylin's clubs
Yep.
in a week or so. She growing so fast, starting to get into golf, starting to ask the right questions, and her left wrist is in front of the golf ball at impact.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that what you're supposed to do?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
is that why?
Yes. Yes.
That's why I was signing my name in all the trees today.
Fun stat for Travis.
Fun fact. Man, living, I hit on the same hole, same par 5. I hit 2 trees and a house on one swing. I've never done that
We're
before.
doing it all over here in Mississippi.
You know, it was a par 5. It was my second shot. I was going to hit the driver off the deck through a couple trees. Hit it great. Caught a root. Hit a tree, and hit a.
We played the Oaks, and Travis found the Oaks.
I hit it great. Tree just kind of got in the way a little bit.
Just
Yeah.
a little bit. Guys, that is all we have for you tonight. Really just wanted to say hi, touch base a little bit, get everyone amped up and ready for Northern Hills.
I know
First stroke
it's
play of the
been
season.
so long. I mean, it's been since Monster Day. It's been a full month.
Yeah. Feels like forever.
Man, how about hanging out in first place for a month? The winners at Monster
I don't
Day
know
have
that
been in
feeling.
first place for 30 days.
Is this what last felt like?
Yes, yeah, running the
Like
table.
just for
Did he run the table start to finish, or was there
pretty much? Yeah,
one or
at
two?
least summer season he did.
I don't think he left the top 5.
I don't think he left top 5. But I mean, damn.
Wow, that's
What,
awesome.
what a great thing it's going to be. I mean, I'm excited. Honestly, I really wish that we had gotten to go play and have our 666 event. Or,
Yes, at Willow. Yeah.
But I do like the stroke play simply because normally you're going to get like 2 tournaments where it's team events and everyone's kind of in the same spot. But Now it's all going to get.
That's a really, really, really
It'll
good
be
point.
really interesting.
So there's going to be a new score going into the database before the Willow event that would have happened. So
And-
those flights and handicaps will change. Email for the waiting list.
And the leadership and the leaderboard changes too significantly now because
Yes.
partners are hanging on with each other. Wherever one of them
Yes.
starts, the other one should be starting.
Yes. So
Now
you get that
it's big
shimmy shake earlier than normal.
Yep.
Yeah, heck yeah. Northern Hills, statistically, the toughest tournament course in tour history. Plays the toughest in relation to par. Should be a good early test. Course conditions have
great.
have
I mean, I
been
have to imagine
favorable.
all the
Comments have
rain.
been favorable.
I have to imagine all the rain over the last week, and I mean, I don't think the freeze. I think they probably did a good job managing the freeze. But I'm really hoping, and I would imagine that course is in great condition.
Mike
And-
Champagne, PGA Professionals course manager there. Danny, the course superintendent, was there for a long time with Mick Garza, who's now at Almost Space in San Pedro. You know, we always get great turf grass
Yep.
there. So Danny's an amazing job. Mike Champagne there is awesome.
Yep.
Can't wait to be there and park the tour trailer up in the car staging area. And I love scoring at Northern Hills. I love the 19th hole.
Yeah.
I love that putting green. I love that turn, the turn and finish right there. I love
Yeah.
Northern Hills.
And it's just, I mean, I love finish. I'm already excited to get to 18 and hit my 7-wood. Like, I already know the 7-wood's getting hit. I'm so excited. Guys, I mean, that's all we got for you. We of course, we love you. We appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for hanging out with us for a short show tonight, quick 30-minute show. But we will catch you guys this Sunday. Northern Hills first stroke play event of the season.
Woo!
There will be an official first, second, and third
Hmm.
in the leaderboard
Yes.
on the tour on Sunday afternoon.
Woo!
Fucking cool.
I know, it's awesome. March to Riverside. I can't wait to be at Riverside. That event's going to be open for registration sometime in February. I bet that's a early May event.
Feb 8 at this point.
Sign up early. Every event, even the Greater Hill Country Division event, is forecasting right now to sell out.
Yeah.
Northern Hills sold out a full 2 weeks in advance for a stroke play event. That is insanely early.
Yeah.
So sign up early, get those spots, get those points. March to the South Texas Match Play Challenge at Riverside this year. Defend
That's
that
going to be
cup.
so much fun.
If you haven't seen it, take the time to go to the South Texas Am Tours YouTube channel. Watch Matchup Mayhem,
Link is on our page and Facebook as well.
the mini documentary on the South Texas Match Play Challenge tournament from last year. Danny Puckett, Global Fairway Logistics, and Micah Carroll, Cairo Services LLC, brought that together and produced an amazing documentary on the 2023 South Texas Match Play Challenge, which we won. Brought the Challenge Cup back home to San Antonio, and going to defend it this year at newly remodeled and renovated Riverside, which the architecture there and the course feel on point.
When those greens get a little bit faster, those green complexes are freaking cool. There's going to be some really fun pin position. I don't know about you, but I was when we played, I was looking just kind of like beginning to start thinking about where I want to see pins.
Yeah, for
for
sure,
seven
100%.
committee.
Yes, and every shot I took there, I couldn't wait to create marketing graphics that say first attempt at official course record.
Yeah, that's always fun too.
Yep.
I love setting up a golf course for course record like that. One pace off the back, good hole locations, fair, accessible, yet some challenging ones, right? But we don't know what the rotation is going to be yet. I guarantee you number 9 is going to be in the back.
Yeah.
I guarantee you it's going to be.
Yeah.
I know the tour setup committee is looking at that.
Yep.
But course record, official course record opportunity upcoming at
So
Riverside this year.
So cool. I love that.
Really cool.
All right, guys. Well, that does it here for us. The team live from Mississippi. Wishing you guys a great rest of your week. We will see you Sunday. Have a good night, and I'll get ready to play some golf.
Woo! Catch y'all at Northern, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.